The US president has promised to release secret intelligence files that detail the US role in a brutal military coup in Argentina 40 years ago. Tens of thousands of people died or disappeared during the coup, and the US role in what became known as the Dirty War in the 1970s has overshadowed its relationship with Argentina ever since. President Barack Obama made his pledge during a visit to Buenos Aires, as Ann Barker reports.
Another day and another country. Fresh from an historic visit to Cuba, Barack Obama is now in Argentina on another mission to end decades of hostility. Crowds lined the streets to welcome the presidential motorcade in Buenos Aires. Barack Obama is the first US president to visit Argentina in nearly 2 decades, and he's keen to embrace the new moderate government of Mauricio Macri.
President Macri is a man in a hurry. I'm impressed because he has moved rapidly on so many of the reforms that he promised to create more sustainable and inclusive economic growth and to reconnect Argentina with the global economy and the world community. And today, in a show of confidence in Argentina's new direction, many U.S. businesses are announcing tens of millions of dollars in new investment here in Argentina.
President Macri, elected in November, is intent on thawing relations with the West and bringing investment to Argentina's struggling economy. He says Barack Obama's visit marks the beginning of new, mature and intelligent relations between the two countries.
Isolated from the world, Argentina doesn't have a future. That is why his visit is so important, as well as the visits from other ministers, presidents, prime ministers that have visited us.
But many Argentinians can't so easily forget the past or the US role in a military coup 40 years ago this month that installed a murderous regime that killed 30,000 people. Human rights groups in Argentina burnt the US flag in protest at the US support for the regime. Many of those missing have never been found. Thousands more were illegally detained or tortured in what became known as the Dirty War. The general who led the coup, Jorge Rafael Videla, died in jail in 2013 while serving a sentence for human rights violations. President Obama is due to visit a memorial to the many victims, and to make amends for the US involvement, he's agreed to declassify sensitive documents to shed light on America's role in the coup.
I'm launching a new effort to open up additional documents from that dark period. We previously declassified thousands of records from that era, but for the first time now we'll declassify military and intelligence records as well on this anniversary and beyond. We are absolutely determined to do our part as Argentina continues to heal and move forward as one nation. And I hope this gesture also helps to rebuild trust that may have been lost between our two countries.
President Obama says the US has learned the mistakes of the past.
One of the great things about America, and I said this in Cuba, is we actually engage in a lot of self-criticism. There is no shortage of self-criticism in the United States.
Polls show Argentinians overwhelmingly support Barack Obama's visit, although Argentina remains one of the most anti-American countries in Latin America.
Ann Barker with that report.